These four things I know are true. Texas Tech and Boston College both got shafted. My dark horses are Oregon and Colorado. Developing flu-like symptoms, which will keep me home from work on Thursday and Friday. And I'm Max Kellerman. Let's go around the horn.
It's Around the Horn, the show of competitive banter. Here's Max Kellerman.
Oh, welcome to the Sunday Spectacular. We're talking toughest bracket, Final Four predictions, and how to fill out your office pool with our national panel. And here they are. The Los Angeles Times, it's JA Adande.
What's up, Ali G?
The Denver Post, that's a great show, though. It's recent college graduate, Woody Paige.
And it's the ratologist.
At the Chicago Sun-Times, it's Jay Mariotti.
What do you mean Texas Tech got shafted? That's what I just said, and you muted me.
And at the
Mute
Boston
yourself.
Globe, it's Bob Ryan.
Hi, Max.
Thank you. Bob doesn't have any smart things to say at the top of the show. Just says hello. Isn't that nice? We're the show that scores the argument. And here's how we do it with these joysticks and mute buttons. I give these guys points based on point of view, style, and information. Good answers get 2, great ones 3. And I use the mute button to penalize and direct traffic. We eliminate guys, so a one-on-one showdown determines the winner. Let's make it happen.
It's the first word.
The first word is brackets. College basketball's annual keynote ticket has been issued. Oklahoma and Texas gave the Big 12 2 #1 seeds, with Arizona and Kentucky taking the other top spots as expected. Here are the top 4 seeds in each of the brackets. Texas appears to have been given the most respect among the top seeds, as the Longhorn South region looks relatively soft. Meanwhile, the West looks loaded. Here's the question. How did the NCAA selection committee do? Around the horn to Bob Ryan.
Gentlemen, C, maybe a B-. Hey, they must have been thinking about paying homage to the NBA Pacific Division because they loaded up the West. That's the power. My God, the West is tough, and the South is a walkover. I mean, there's nobody in the South. Like, I don't think, frankly,
Bob, you know,
nobody can
they're
win
just
in the South.
gravitating. Go West, young man, or slightly less than young man. Anyway, I think you have to be a little considerate to them. They have so many things to take into consideration now, because now that it's not just about seeding the teams, they have to be somewhat geographically correct. I think given that, they've done a pretty good job. You know what? Come Thursday, Friday, we're not even going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the games. That's what makes it so much better than college football.
Arizona, Kansas, Duke, Illinois, all tilted out west. That's wrong. The South is bereft here. What is wrong here? I don't care about your geography. I care about balanced bracketing, and they failed in that regard. Where they succeeded was Pittsburgh is not a #1 seed. Pitt doesn't deserve a #1 seed. I like the seedings. Illinois should not be a #4 seed. That is wrong, guys.
Who was on the selection committee? Max and all his brothers. You guys keep talking about the South, but I got to tell you, the Midwest is where it was really not balanced. Kentucky's got to walk all the way to the Final Four.
Oregon's a walk?
As you said,
Oregon's not easy.
Of course
That's
there is.
That's going to
There's
be tougher than you
nobody
think, Woody.
There's nobody in the Midwest. In the South, at least, Texas has got Florida and Stanford. In East, you have the only fair bracketing at all. In the West, as you guys have already indicated, they've loaded up all the teams. It was not fairly done, and we'll see that throughout the course of the next couple
Did
weeks.
Kansas get the shaft, guys? There's maybe a #1.
No.
All of a sudden, they're #2 in the West? No shaft
Sure.
there?
No. After being at the Big 12 tournament, there should have been 3 #1 seeds from the Big 12.
Woody, that's what makes it difficult, though. When you have so many teams from one conference that are so good, they have to spread them out, and that's going to add to the disparity within the balance of the
And
brackets.
don't forget, they don't have their #1. One of their best players, Wayne Simeon. They don't have the guy. They're not a #1 seed. They're going to go down early in the West.
Kansas is the biggest fraud team in the country because both of their great marquee players, Nick Collison and Kirk Heinrich, can be guarded and will be guarded. Last year in the tournament,
You haven't
Holy
seen
Cross
Collison,
shut
Ryan.
down
Let him
Nick
finish.
Collison.
Okay.
Last year, Holy Cross shut down Nick Collison. Somebody else will do it this year. Kansas isn't going very far.
Woody, last word.
I've got to tell you, the whole tournament's going to be based on guards. That's the key to remember, guards, and Oklahoma has the best set of guards in the country, so that's who you want to keep up with.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is 4 teams from the Big East. Come on. Come on. 4 from the Big. Come on. Next topic. Among the bubble victims were Texas Tech, whose run in the Big 12 tournament appeared to secure a berth, and Boston College, a top seed in the Big East Conference tournament. Here's the question. Which team has the most legitimate beef with the selection committee? Around the horn to Woody Paige.
I don't think there's any doubt that Boston College should have been in there, shouldn't have been on the bubble, should have been way over the bubble. I was at the Big 12 conference tournament, as I said, and Texas Tech may have played itself into the tournament, except Bob Knight acted such an ass. I've defended him lately, but he wouldn't even shake hands with Kelvin Sampson after losing to Oklahoma, and I thought that he played himself out of the tournament. Boston College with an RPI in the top 40 with tournaments. Go ahead, Bob.
Come on, Woody.
Spit it out.
I'd love to defend the honor of the old alma mater, but I cannot. They don't have much of a leg to stand on in my eyes. Here, they lost to Holy Cross and Northeastern. They were 10-6 in a weak division in the Big East, in a league, by the way, where everybody doesn't play everybody. They got 2 times to play against Miami and never played Pitt. So, you know, there's a lot of misleading stuff in their schedule.
So, Bob, if you're not going to stick up for your alma mater, at least stick up for your home conference out there. What about Seton Hall? They got a great E-beef, I think. They've got the highest RPA of all the teams that were snubbed from the tournament. They also have a top 10 toughest schedule in the country. They're 10-6 in division or in the conference. What more could you ask for them?
I mean, how does Butler make it and Texas Tech does not make it? I don't understand this. I mean, I'd like to see Bob Knight in this tournament. Conference tournament should mean something. They had a triumphant conference tournament, if you ask me, the best conference in America. Woody, what does it really matter how Bob Knight acts in a conference tournament? You called him an ASS. I don't care.
I'll give you another invitation, Jay. Would you invite
Hold on, he asked Woody a question. Let him respond. Go ahead, Woody.
We're talking about he did act like an ass. He didn't deserve, at the end of the season, with all that happened at Texas Tech, I don't care what they did in the conference tournament. On the other hand, Boston College played Pittsburgh to 1 point in the second half and actually came on strong at the end of the season. 8 out of their last 10 games were victories. I think, Bob, you should defend your alma mater. Here's a club that should have played itself into the tournament.
All right, one of the losses was by 37 points at home on senior night to UConn. That didn't impress the committee very much. How about UNLV? They finished up very strongly. They won 8 of their last 11, and the last game we saw them was last night, losing by 1 point in their conference championship. They never get any respect because everybody
if you'd have seen them last night, Bob, you'd understand why. This is not a good UNLV club, and your Boston College club did beat Connecticut earlier this year.
True, too. Jay, 6-10 in the conference. Forget about the conference tournament for a second. They had a bad record in their own conference.
Toughest conference in America. 6 of their losses against top 7 teams in America, Max. You got to look at those variables, boy.
Well, boys.
They slid at the end, too, though, Jay.
What's that, Adande?
They slid at the end. The tournament selection committee always takes that into account.
Okay, good point. Good points all around. These guys making good points today. That's the horn. Buy or sells next.
Coming up, TJ Ford and Hollis Price were spectacular all year. But will either one be the player to watch in the tournament? Plus, does anyone actually root for Duke? Haven't found him yet, but we'll keep looking around. The Horn!
I want to be pampered by natives. I want to get closer to my children.
I want to taste something exotic.
I want to ride off with that special someone.
I want to take part in a native ritual.
I want to...
2 thrilling theme parks, world-class hotels, restaurants, and incredible nightlife. Universal Orlando Resort, a vacation from the ordinary. Fairy tales and pixie dust not quite your thing? Log on to universalorlando.com for a vacation package that'll blow your mind.
Visit ESPN.com, keyword tournament challenge, and fill out your bracket to win a share of $15,000. Presented by HP.
Buy or sell?
Buy or sell time. The tournament starts on Thursday, so let's keep it moving. First topic. ESPN.com's All-America team was announced this week, and all of their picks will be on display in the field of 65. Texas's TJ Ford heads the list as their player of the year with Hollis Price, Dwyane Wade, Josh Howard, and David West rounding out the pack. Buy or sell any of these five as the breakout player of the tournament. Adande.
I'm buying. I like TJ Ford and Hollis Price. I like when your best player has the ball in his hands all the time, doesn't have to worry about looking for other guys, doesn't have to worry about other guys getting him the ball to score out. Go with the guards, always in the tournament.
Woody.
I totally agree with JA. Having watched again the Big 12 Conference Tournament, Hollis Price got hurt today, but he's going to be back for the tournament with White. Honest White, Hollis Price, you got two great guards. TJ Ford, though, may be the best guard in Texas, and that includes Nash, Francis, and Parker.
Bold statement, but you know what, Woody, mute. You have to say buy or sell. We're playing buy or sell. Jay.
Come on, what do you got to sell here? The best team in the tournament is still Arizona, and this is where Luke Walton, as his father would call him, is going to emerge and show you his versatility, just like his father started in a Final Four. A wonderful passer, Luke Walton, and he's going to come to shine in the NCAA tournament.
Bob?
I think we're forgetting the obvious here. These are all nice players, and I'm particularly fond of Hollis Price, Woody. But the best player in the country will be playing for Syracuse,
yes,
Carmelo Anthony.
That's right.
He's going to be the second or third pick in the 2003 NBA draft, and you're going to find out why, because he's going to take Syracuse a long way in this tournament.
So you're selling, right, Bob?
I'm selling these guys.
Why are you always helping out Bob, man?
you gotta buy Carmelo Anthony. Are you kidding, guys? He should have been the best player.
I'm selling Bob Ryan. He didn't say sell.
All right. He's the best player in the country, Bob Ryan. Next topic.
Bob Ryan
Duke won their fifth straight ACC. No, he's the best player on this game, Adande. Fifth straight ACC title with a dramatic come-from-behind win to beat NC State. The conference has 4 teams in the field of 65, including Wake Forest and defending champ Maryland. Do you buy or sell the ACC in the tournament, Woody?
I'm selling. How the mighty have fallen. Not only is Duke the best of that crowd, they stuck them out in the West where they got no chance whatsoever. I'm selling the ACC. It's going to be another year or two before North Carolina brings them back.
Okay.
No, I'm selling. I got all jacked up about this JJ Redick kid today, pouring it in the last 10 minutes. Then I saw Duke's bracket in the West, and I said, no way, the ACC is dead. I've got to sell.
Bob?
I'm selling also. I'm afraid it's a case of me too here. If Duke were in other brackets, such as the South, they'd have a long shot chance to get to the Final Four, but they can't do it out of the West. And Wake Forest is overrated.
Adande, you too?
I'm buying the ACC. They've had 7 appearances in the Final Four since 1997. It's a great conference, great tradition. They have great coaches. Who knows, maybe Maryland could come out of that weak bracket in the South.
Extra points just for being different with a pick, for crying out loud, you 3 guys. Next topic. Since the tournament went to a 64-team field in 1985, 23 12 seeds have beaten a 5 seed in the first round. One of the number 5 seeds this year is UConn, who will face number 12 BYU in the South region. The Huskies finished with a 21-9 record, but looked strong in the Big East tournament. Do you buy or sell UConn as the most likely 5 seed to go down in the first round? Mariotti, it happens all the time.
I'm going to sell her. No, you got to sell. Jeer for old Notre Dame. They've lost 4 of 5. University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is a sleeper here. Notre Dame is not quick in the open court. They're not tough inside. I'm going to sell your question mark.
Very good point. Bob?
Oh, I'm selling this idea. UConn's going to go farther than Notre Dame on a photo over Wisconsin to be one of the 5s to go down. Chris Thomas is a poor decision maker. He's being exposed.
Adande?
I'm selling on you, Max. I'm going with Weber State over Wisconsin. Wisconsin didn't impress me too much. I mean, they didn't impress the committee too much either. They won the Big Ten regular season conference, and they didn't even get the highest seed out of the conference. Illinois beat them.
Oh, that's an excellent, excellent choice. And Adande, that was my choice, which is why you get 3 points. If I agree with you, you get more points. Woody?
Automatic, ring it up.
I buy. Max, you actually sound like you know a little bit about college basketball. What a joke that is.
Don't tell me.
I am taking UConn to go down early. This is the easiest choice. You can talk about all the Weber States and Notre Dames you want to, but this is a lock. This is a setup. Eat the chalk, guys.
Hey, Woody, ixnay on the college basketball, eh? Next topic. Maybe the biggest surprise of all the conference tournaments was UCLA's upset of number 1 seed Arizona in the Pac-10 opening round. team leader Jason Gardner had his worst game of the season, going 0 for 12 from three-point range. Even though they're staying out west, buy or sell Arizona as the first #1 seed to be knocked off, Bob.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm selling that idea because Texas is clearly the #1 seed going down first. They are absolutely overrated. You're going to find that out.
But, Bob, they're playing in such a weak situation.
I know, but that's going to prove how overrated they are. They're going to go down, I'm telling you.
Well, that would show it, Adande.
I'm selling, Mac. Yeah, Arizona's in that tough bracket, but you know what? They're in the upper half of it. They don't have to play Duke and Kansas. They only get the winner of those two. So they got that. And also, you know what? They played UCLA. They were uninspired. They still had a chance to beat them. They're going to be tougher in the tournament now. Watch.
Woody?
I'm buying. I've been trying to tell you guys for weeks that there's a problem. I was down in Tucson. There's a problem in Arizona. Guys quitting the team, fading at the end of the year, going out quickly in the Pac-10 tournament. There's something wrong.
They didn't care about the tournament, Woody.
Well, you got to show up, Jay. You can't just mail it in.
That's true.
They had classes to take.
All right, wait a minute, Adande. Mariotti.
You got to sell here. Oklahoma is kind of hobbled here. Did you watch? Hollis Price is hurt. No, I think it's going to be Oklahoma losing to Louisville in this bracket. I'm going to sell.
The horn means elimination time. P-E-A-C-E to the guy in last place. And had Adande not interrupted, incidentally, he'd be moving on to the next round. We must have some etiquette on this show. Out of Bounds is next.
Coming up, Carmelo Anthony and Kirk Heinrich have more in common than you might think. Stick around to learn more. Plus, if this is March Madness, it must be time to predict the Final Four. The panel gets bold, so stay tuned. Around the Horn!
Hey, Pedro, how you doing, man?
How you doing, Stu?
Good. 9 strong innings last night.
Thank you.
Please, please, please do not go. Please, please, please do not go. Please, please, please do not go.
In honor of spring break, save $20 now on any Virgin mobile phone.
Going to the airport? Hey, Bill, you stayed here too? Yeah, want to share a cab? Deal. All right. Great hotel. Yeah, pricey though. Wasn't that bad. Yeah, if you're a CEO. Why? What did you pay? Here's my bill. I didn't pay nearly that. Not even half. You got ripped.
Hey, buddy, I can get you a great deal on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Save up to 70% on hotels worldwide. Hotels.com. The best prices at the best places, guaranteed.
Join ESPN Classic on a buzzer-beating journey. It's Pontiac Classic performances. 3 days of insane games. 16 of the sweetest plays in tournament history. 16 breathtaking moments that define what March Madness is all about. Pontiac Classic performances starts Monday only on ESPN Classic. To get ESPN Classic, call your cable or...
If you want to come back from a fishing trip with more than a suntan, then come to the Sport, Travel, and Outdoor Show, where you'll see everything that's new. The Sport Show features over 600 exhibitors with all the very latest fishing and hunting gear. Meet all the top tackle, gun maker, and archery representatives. Plus, you can book rafting trips, see the latest camping gear, check out the newest boats and RVs, and plan your next vacation at the Sport, Travel, and Outdoor Show, March 15th through the 23rd at the IX Center.
Truck Alternatives. Got a towing problem? We have a solution. We've teamed up with Hidden Hitch, quality tested parts, and over 39 years of experience in the towing and RV business, making van and truck alternatives your towing experts in Lorain County. Hidden Hitches are vehicle specific for a perfect fit every time and have a lifetime warranty. With a full line of products, Van and Truck Alternatives is your Hidden Hitch headquarters. Van and Truck Alternatives, we go the extra mile.
It's Around the Horn, where after 2 rounds, here's how they stand. Bob Ryan has 24, Jay Mariotti has 20, Woody Paige has 19, and JA Adande is getting his bracket on. And now, it's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. We're like every day on this show, it's all inbounds. First topic. A column in today's New York Times suggests that the NCAA tournament really only needs 16 teams. because 1 and 2 seeds are, get this, 162-5 against 11 seeds and worse since 1985. In other words, there really are not as many upsets as you think. So here's the question. Would the NCAA tournament be better with 16 teams? Mariotti.
The New York Times, all the news that's not fit to print in this case, you don't deface a Picasso. This thing is perfect. If it's no longer the greatest event in sports because of dilution, kids going to the NBA, it is still the best stage event. Everybody loves it. Office secretaries, gamblers, you, me. Why would
New York Times has it totally backward. As I continue to tell you, fools, you should let everybody participate in the postseason tournament. Here's all it would take. An extra week and a half. Eliminate the conference tournaments, 325 teams. You play with 128 seeds. The rest of them compete, and you get there and you let everybody have a chance.
But what are you suffering? What are you again suffering from sensory deprivation of some kind? I don't know what it is. The tournament is perfect. It's perfect. It's the most perfect thing in American sport. There's something in it for everybody that gets in. Just getting in is a triumph for some people. Winning one game is a triumph for others. Getting to the Sweet 16 is a triumph for other teams. And everybody isn't in it to win. Everybody knows they're not in it to win. And that's why it's so perfect. It's got different achievable goals for so many different teams.
You're backing up what I said. First of all, Bob,
no, we don't know
the word. It's tournament, not tournament. And the second thing is, that's the whole point, is let everybody participate.
No, you gotta
Let's have a chance at Hoosiers.
No, when do you plan on starting this tournament?
All right, wait a minute. In the first place, Bob, it does sound like you're supporting Woody's point a little bit. But secondly, I understand you're saying no because you have to make the tournament. That's the achievement.
That's right.
But Woody, aren't you missing the point of the Times article? No number 16 seeds ever beat the number 1 seed ever. Next time.
Have you guys ever...
ESPN's official policy forbids NCAA tournament office pools. We do not encourage gambling on this show. Look out for office linebackers, kids. Let's talk about a gentleman's office pool for the satisfaction of victory only, much like making the tournament in Bob Ryan's estimation. Is it harder today than it used to be to predict the NCAA tournament, Bob?
I don't really think it's harder. It's always been hard. You know, it's 18 years since Villanova won, and if I'm not mistaken, they started off as a number 8. So, you know, it can happen. The best way to do it is to go to the dumbest person or the most non-caring person in the department and hand him or her the ballot and say, fill it out on whatever whim you want, and I guarantee they have as good a chance as you do.
It is not hard. There are only 12 teams that are sponge-worthy this year. You can eliminate all the rest of them easily. And if you still have a problem when you're doing your office pool, listen to me, because you won't be able to listen to... Things don't change at night, do they, Max? You still eliminate me at midnight.
Hey,
choose the vowels. A,
the
E,
vowels?
I.
All right, go ahead, Jay. What, I-U-P-U-I would be all vowels. Of course it's harder today because of parity. I mean, I'm going to have my dog do it, or the copy girl over here, or maybe you, Max Kellerman. I mean, I can't do it anymore. There are 60 Gonzagas now and 4 number 1 seeds. I give up.
It's very easy, guys.
Bob, did you have something to say? I'm sorry.
Well, Woody actually makes a point. There's only a select number of teams that can win this thing. I mean, maybe 10 or 12. But we're not talking about just that. And pools, you get total cumulative points. Somewhere out there is a Kent State. Now, who is it? We don't know who it is.
Woody, that whole idea of every team in the tournament, that flies in the face of what everyone's saying. The early round is the 16 ones. All the ones beat the 16. So, of course, you don't put every team. There's more mismatches. That's all. Elimination time, Woody. You're gone. Woody, you're gone. That's ridiculous. That whole argument is ridiculous. Bob, explain it to him. There's no achievement for making the tournament. You know, go down.
Coming up, you can't say Mariah without, could you please not sing at the Final Four? The showdown's next. Around the Horn.
It's Power Illustrated. It's Pressure Illustrated. It's Passion Illustrated. And where is it illustrated? Not here.
Bob, they won because they...
Not here. Not here. It's only in Sports Illustrated. You can't get this sports insight anywhere but an SI. And now you can get 25 issues of SI for only $1.59 an issue. That's a savings of over 50% off the cover price. That's right, save over 50%. Call now and you'll also get this one-of-a-kind fleece pullover absolutely free. But don't look for this exclusive Sports Illustrated offer here or here. or here. No one will call. It's only if you call. Call now and get 25 issues of SI for only $1.59 an issue and save over 50%. That's right, save over 50% on issues like the NFL, NBA, and baseball preview issues, the year-end double issue, and the swimsuit issue. Plus, get the free fleece pullover. Get SI's coverage that goes inside the game. SI's award-winning writing from reporters who know. SI's famous action photography that captures unforgettable moments. Get it all and save over 50%. Get Guts Illustrated. Grace Illustrated. Glory Illustrated. Only in Sports Illustrated. That's right. It's not here. Not here. And not here. It's only in Sports Illustrated. So get it now. Call now. Get your 25 issues of SI at only $1.59 an issue. Save over 50% and get the free fleece pullover. No, you can't get SI's insider, in-depth coverage or this SI offer anywhere else. It's nowhere but here. Only in Sports Illustrated. Call now.
As cool as the early side of the pillow.
Chili's to go and college hoops. Tune into college basketball on ESPN and ESPN2.
Showdown time. Disembodied voice.
Yes.
What do we have tonight?
Max, it's Syracuse versus Kansas, the tournament dark horse, and the infallible Final Four predictions of Jay Mariotti and Bob Ryan make it happen.
First topic, number 3 seed Syracuse and number 2 seed Kansas have had similar years both within their conferences and nationally. Both Jim Boeheim and Roy Williams need a national championship to cement their places in history. Which team is more likely to make a championship run, the Orangemen or the Jayhawks? 15 seconds each. Bob, go.
Kansas was a player short even before Wayne Simeon got hurt. The answer is Syracuse. They've got the marquee player in the tournament, Carmelo Anthony, who is primed to go off to demonstrate to the scouts he should be the second pick in the draft and to show America how good he is.
You know,
He's
Ryan, I can't believe this,
but
I actually believe you. I'm agreeing with you, and I'm going to one-up you here. Jim Boeheim is due. It's about time. I'm tired of Roy Williams losing in March all the time. Plus, he doesn't have that star power. Wayne Simeon down. They're going to lose.
Plus, don't forget Hakeem Warwick on Syracuse, too. I agree with you. I think Jay maybe argued a little bit better. Next topic. Every year a dark horse emerges. Gonzaga, Valpo, Kent State. Creighton, a 6th seed in the West, looks like a good candidate this year, coming strong out of the Missouri Valley with Kyle Korver. Who is your pick as the tournament's dark horse team? 15 seconds each. Mariotti, go.
Well, I have to look at the weakest bracket, Max. That's the South, and I'm looking at LSU. Maybe that's a little odd. Nothing is odd in March Madness anymore. 2 great stars in Dupree and Bright. Good performance in the tournament this weekend, beating Florida. Beat Arizona earlier in the year. Take LSU.
Well, that's a good pick. I'm looking at another Tigers. I know they're in a very, very difficult West, but something funky is going to happen this year. Missouri, they come from the toughest conference in the country. They're battle-tested. They've got some flashy players in Paulding and Clemens and big old Arthur Johnson in the middle.
They're going to lose in the first round to Southern Illinois. They're going down in the first round.
Quinn Snyder always wins in March. Last topic. Nope. Okay, guys. You've been watching college basketball all season, and you've had forever to mull over your brackets. So who will be in this season's Final Four in New Orleans? Prediction time, 30 seconds for the all-time around-the-horn wins lead. Bob and Jay are tied right now. Bob, go.
Ordinarily, there are 3 chalk teams and 1 mystery guest. This year, it's going to be 2 and 2. The national championship game will be the semifinals between Arizona and Kentucky. The other game is going to be Syracuse, and are you ready for this? The champions in the Midwest, the Xavier Musketeers with David West and Romain Sato.
Kentucky, I can guarantee, is going down. The winning streak is too long. Look at recent history in that regard. Bill Self, the Illini coach, said this is a funky year. Syracuse, Florida, Marquette, Arizona to win it all. That's my funky Final Four.
I like Kentucky's defense, and I like Bob the best on the show. Everyone knows that. Bob, you win. 15 seconds of yours. Go.
Shame, shame, shame on the NCAA. Tuesday night is the play-in game between UNC Asheville and Texas Southern. They win their tournament. They can't even get the honor of being in the tournament. Anybody in Dayton who patronizes this game is patronizing a reprehensible, despicable event that should not be taking place. They should boycott this game, have nobody go to this game. It's a terrible game.
That's going to do it, folks. We're on a 19-and-a-half-hour break. See you tomorrow at the normal time, 5 p.m. Eastern, Around the Horn.
What is despicable?
Around the Horn is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
For up-to-the-minute sports information, log on to ESPN.com.
Oh, I told